Good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to With Wisdom, Embodying Energy, Embracing Seasons. And we are up to a new month, the month of September, San. Welcome.
I know the time is flying, the ninth month in the year. It's lovely to be here, Gabby.
Wow, I just listened to about the 9 months, when we are pregnant women,
Yes.
mom and I'm a mom. And we were just I think
Oh,
we were speaking in August also about this sense of being with everything or the harvesting, and it's the kind of the sense, at least was my experience when I was pregnant, in this preparation. No, we are preparing for the nest, for everything,
mm,
but also preparing for a different kind of pace. And because
yes.
when you have a newborn baby, you need to, or you hopefully get the opportunity to slow down and to be there to nourish and to nurture. So
Mm,
beforehand, I guess I get the feeling or the sense with this September is this like soaking in and making inventory of what I have gathered through the sunny months or the sunny seasons,
mm,
prepare for this more like intimate season of welcoming the newborn baby, like the seeds become fruits, and then you enjoy them in this intimate dance with them.
I have never thought of that 9 month, the ninth month, and linking it to, giving birth to something, giving birth to something really beautiful that you've been nurturing,
Mm.
or exactly what's happened over this year. And I think, wow, I'm just needed to sit with that because it's just hit me and it's just made me feel, it's given me such a kind of like new image in my mind that I've never had. And it means it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense, from the seeds that we planted, or the thoughts that we had in winter, the seeds that we planted in spring, to what we are now kind of harvesting now.
Yeah, for me, it's also a new image. It just emerged when I listened
Mm,
to say the 9th month. So that's
mm,
we have been like counting or paying attention to this, and I thought, oh, how did I feel when I was like about to have my baby?
yes, yes.
So sometimes you get a little bit hectic, like cleaning and organizing everything that to prepare to have enough resources. No, I
Mm,
feel like the 9th month is to prepare and to have enough resources to go through another season,
mm,
a different season where you need
mm.
a different pace, where you need to be, yeah, more conscious or mindful of your energy or your energy inventory, right? For
Mm,
at least here in the north hemisphere, we then gonna enter into autumn and afterwards winter. Winter
yeah,
will change all your rhythm.
truly, I feel the same. And there's a sort of like this sort of yin yang imbalance. We talked a little bit about, there's sort of we're moving towards the autumn equinox.
Mm-hmm.
There's a kind of feeling of this and that. So there's the busyness of the nesting and pulling together and final things that we need to be doing. And then there's the appreciation and the stillness and the pause piece. So
Mm-hmm.
we've got both things happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, September is all about, in fact, your yellow top is really talking to me right now today. September is still that sunshine. There's a different quality to the sunlight in September as the earth begins to shift, do that shift into the darker months. And there is something around the way that the colors seem quite intense. And it's a beautiful time of the year. It's a time of the year that I actually really appreciate. And I use the word savor and savoring in my head. There is something about really sitting with and being with. So, in terms of our pregnancy analogy at the beginning of our recording, being with and sort of settling in and savoring what's coming forward. What have we birthed? Whether it's in our work, with our own families, in our personal lives, in our own personal projects that we have, the relationships we have. That there's a kind of savoring and a appreciation of what we've got, because we're still in harvest season. This is still harvest. Many vegetables and fruits are harvested in September, and going on into late September. So there's something around the savouring. So sunshine, savouring. I've got another S word. Storing.
Which one?
Storing. Storing. There's something around a little bit of almost like a squirrel, kind of, and that sort of sense of something's changing in the air. So I need to just make sure I've got enough. So hoarding and storing through, I don't know, jam making or pickle making in the food sense, or just making sure I've got enough to keep myself supported in the next season that's coming, which is autumn into winter.
Yeah, and yeah, it's funny that this image of giving birth came, and now I think about the sense or the sense that is associated to earth, which is the element in the Chinese medicine and qigong, link to autumn or to autumn, sorry, to
Late summer,
late summer, and the transitions also, because it's linked to all transitions, but especially the late summer is the taste. And I was reading that, yeah, in when we are born, the senses that are more like develop or there it are the taste and the smell. They are very important for our survival, right? Because we with the taste, we recognize what feels like home and safe, like the mother milk, for example, if babies get mother milk, and the smell also, no, you get the smell of your mom, and you recognize, no, the babies recognize through the smell, and also the mom. And for transitions and like a month of September, which might feel festive and joyous because you are sharing and savoring your fruit, the fruits of your labor, and sharing with others. It also may help to have this interior home, your home, and with your friends or family, but this sense of what brings me to home, in these savors, for example, when we taste food that were like the ones that were cooked by our grandmas or mothers or someone that we love, and brings us to these memories of being um, taken care of, cherished, like the Mother Earth, no? It's when
Yes.
testing Mother Earth, because it's giving all this harvest. It's also a sense of trust in the taking care of nature and life.
I also find September a time, it's almost like my second new year or even third new year, because I was always in the education sector, and in the UK where I live, children tend to go back to schools in September, late August, September. Most of the time that I was in school, as a child, as a teen, and then as an adult working in schools, it was September. So there was a feeling of newness that comes with September. Newness and actually it's also it's a time of transition. Again, it's a transition time, because all those young people are moving into a new year group, maybe with new people. Some of them may be moving into new schools. So that transition time is navigated successfully when there is some kind of routine and homeliness as well. So you have the going into the new school, new classroom, new whatever, and then coming back, and then you've got your kind of your place to ground yourself and reset yourself. So I think it's really essential that actually there's some kind of relaxation as well, and a little bit of calmness at the beginning of September, so children are not completely overwhelmed with work in school, and then work at home. They need to have a little bit of reset time. Yeah, so transitions are coming up for me.
Yeah, but I take also not only transitions, the importance of having certain rhythms and habits and that you can in this structure find this freedom, no? So the
Yes.
freedom to relax through knowing. It's like again with the baby, no, or the mother, if they find the rhythm on how often the baby wants to eat and all these things, it feels safe, or it learns the sense of safety in being this world, to have something that attends to their needs, and it
Mm.
comes in a rhythm, no,
Mm.
at some point.
Mm.
Yeah, how important it is to have something that you feel like is a good container. We were talking in August about the containers, the vessel, the lake, to feel, but also the good vessel or container of your habits and daily routines that may also be a relaxing thing, because if you don't need to think, oh, now I will, or every time to just create the routine, but you have something that it's giving a sense of security also in an
Yeah,
unpredictable
absolutely.
world.
So I know lots of people do these morning routines, and some sound a person. This is a personal view here. Some of them sound a little bit kind of onerous if they're starting at 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, that's a thing for me. I think morning routines are useful. My morning routine is very simple. It's more of a kind of making a cup of tea, looking at the garden, eating slowly my breakfast, spending a little bit of quiet time there, maybe reading a bit of my book. And so it's a kind of calmer start, because I think that for me sets me up before I go into the busyness of my day. So those routines. Can I just, something else popped into my head when you were talking, and it was about the time of the year in terms of the climate. Now,
Mm-hmm.
again, obviously, with people who may be listening in the southern hemisphere, it'll be different for you, but up in the northern hemisphere, you get that in September, a coolness in the morning, and there's a need sometimes to wear a jumper or a jacket. You don't, unlike in August when I was going off in the morning with a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Now I feel there's like a need to put on a little jacket or something. But then at the end of the day, there's sometimes still a lot of heat and sunshine and warmth. So there's this sort of, again, slight extremes of temperature, the cool mornings, the warm afternoons. And so we have to kind of learn to adjust to both. So there's that transition happening, and we feel it and we sense it in our bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me it's normal because I grew up like that.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky because I grew up in an equatorial country where we don't have, like, we have just rainy and
And heat.
kind of earth season all the time, because we have the sun going coming in the morning on the same time, like going in the afternoon, no? Like 6 o'clock or 6:30 was
Yeah.
appearing the sun, and again in the afternoon 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the afternoon was time for
So
night.
that's me in my DNA. I mean, I was born in the UK, but my heritage is Sri Lanka, and it's
Yeah.
exactly the same. 6 o'clock the sun would rise, 6 o'clock the sun would set, and so part of this is that we both have got that in our DNA and in our kind of life, but through With Wisdom, we're trying to share a way of really being with all of the seasons that we now experience,
No,
because
yeah,
there is joy in all of them.
yeah. No, I was just thinking, of course, for someone, I see, although I have been already 20 years in Europe, no, so which is already a significant part of my life, considering that I'm 48. Um, Growing up, it has been quite a gift to immigrate and see other seasons and see the difference, and also see the big gift I had to be in that environment. Maybe because of that, or maybe also all these things impact the cultures also. No, why Venezuelan or Latin American cultures? There's a lot of theories, no, because for
Mm.
example, people living in the coast, they have more like sun, so they are more outgoing and they are used to different things. So I'm just reflecting back. Okay, what is the impact me? Because I grew up in mountains, so I was like in these
Uh-huh.
vessels surrounding for the
Yeah.
mountains, but also on the same time, like in this season, we are just talking that everything is kind of even though in the same day, I was always making a joke because in the morning when I left for school or for university, I was,
Wrapped up. Yeah.
in the at noon it was so hot that you were sweating. Sometimes when I
Yeah.
was lacking and coming back home, I had a shower, and then at the end of the day you had it again, maybe a rain or a pouring, or it was very warm and then a rain. So you had all the
In
seasons
one day.
temperatures. So I don't know if it's just I'm reflecting out loud if that gives a different sense of how to transition, no? How to
Mm.
transition, it was so but on the other hand, having everything available all the time, because trees and flowers, there's always flowers and they're always green. For coming to Europe was quite a big change because it was more visible that there was the death of the winter. I mean
Mm.
so yeah, it's a different kind of
It's a different way.
appreciate. It helped me to appreciate the beauty of all these cycles, and to also appreciate back the abundance I have back home in that
Mm.
sense. Yeah,
I love that word appreciation, and I think that's a one maybe that we can end with
yeah.
for our viewers. So it's about appreciation, September, whether that's changes in the climate, whether it's appreciating what you put into place in your life over the year. For those women who maybe fell pregnant in January and are giving birth in September,
Yeah.
there's a kind of, for you, there's a kind of this sort of transition time and appreciating all the beauty that we have around us, the people, the places, and anything that lives within it.
Can I read a poem that I like from a woman called Dana Foltz, because I think it's
You can, definitely can.
okay. Thank you. It's called Just for Now. And if you are feeling to, you can just relax and feel your body and close your eyes if you want to receive it like that, or open eyes.
I'm going to.
Yeah, and it says, just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet, drinking the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks different, newly born, and vibrant, just for now.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're encouraging you, everybody, just to maybe listen back to that poem that Gabby's just read aloud. Just take that moment to savor what's coming up for you. Those words we've used today: appreciate, savor, soak up, and gather. So we're signing off. It's goodbye from me.
Bye-bye. See you next
This
week.
is With Wisdom, embodying energy, embracing seasons. We'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah. Bye for now.